Chapter 9. Fiber to Fabric. Quick Fine Focus. Production of wool. Production of silk. Health problems in wool and silk industries. You learnt about different types of fibers and their sources in previous classes. You also learnt about how cotton and jute fibers are obtained. Fibers are broadly classified into two categories: natural fibers and synthetic or man-made fibers. Natural fibers are of two types: plant fibers and animal fibers. Fibers that are manufactured in factories from various chemicals are called synthetic fibers. Activity 1. To observe different types of fibers. Collect threads of different types of fibers as listed in the table. Touch, observe and stretch them. Write your observations in the given table. Serial number. Fiber. Texture: soft, coarse. Luster: shiny, dull. Strength: weak, strong. 1. Jute. 2. Cotton. 3. Wool. 4. Silk. 5. Nylon. In this chapter we will discuss about some animal fibers and learn how wool and silk are produced. Production of wool. Wool is an animal fiber obtained from the fleece, the thick covering on an animal's body like sheep, goat etc. Fleece trap air in the spaces between them and prevent the body heat from escaping. Thus keeps the animal warm. Wool is a better insulator than the synthetic fibers like nylon, polyester and other natural fibers like cotton, silk etc. We wear woolen clothes in winter to protect ourselves from the cold. Wool is obtained mostly from the fleece of sheep. A sheep's hairy coat has two types of fibers: the coarse beard hair and the soft under hair found close to the skin. There are different varieties of sheep that provide us wool. The quality of wool differs from breed to breed. The Merino breed of sheep provides the finest wool, which is soft and light. Sheep are mostly reared for wool. They are reared in Australia, Middle East countries, Asia, Iceland, Europe and South America. In India, rearing of sheep is the main occupation of the people in the states of Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat and Haryana. The following table tells us about some breeds of sheep and the quality of wool obtained from them. Name of the breed: quality of wool. Bakharwal, good quality, used for making shawls. Marwari, coarse wool. Patanwadi, for hosiery. Lohi, good quality, used for sweaters and shawls. Nali, carpet wool. Wool from other animals. Wool is also obtained from the fur of Bactrian camels, alpaca and llama. Kashmiri wool fibers are obtained from Kashmiri goat. The underhair of Kashmiri goat is used to make fine shawls called pashmina shawls. The Angora goat provides fine fiber called mohair. The Angora rabbit also provides fine wool, which is very expensive because a rabbit can provide only a small amount of Angora wool. Chatouche, which is also called king of fine wools, is obtained from the underhairs of Tibetan antelope known as chiru. They are hunted and killed to obtain their delicate hair. As a result, the population of chiru has decreased considerably. To stop their hunting, the government has banned the owning and selling of shawls made of chatouche. Wool production from sheep. Herdsmen taking their sheep for grazing on the hilly areas is a common sight in Jammu and Kashmir, Sikkim, Himachal Pradesh. People rear them for their hair to make wool. Steps involved in the production of wool are as follows: shearing, the process of removing the fur from the sheep, using a manual razor or clipper, is called shearing. It is usually done every year in spring or in summer as the fleece is not required as an insulator during these months. Scouring. The process of washing of the sheared hair to remove dirt, dust and grease, using machines or in tanks is called scouring. Grading. The process of grouping and sorting the wool according to its texture, length and color is called grading. Small soft fibers called burrs are separated from the hair. Dyeing. The fleece of sheep in usually white, brown or gray in color. To get the desired color, it is dyed in different colors. The dyed fibers are sent for carding, where these dyed fibers are straightened by passing them through metal teeth. This process of straightening the dyed fibers is termed as carding. Drying. The wool is dried and sent for spinning into yarn. It is then weighted and packed into bundle called bales. Spinning involves forming threads of wool using 2, 3 or 4 strands of wool together. Try these. Write true or false. 1. The Kashmiri goat provides fine fiber called mohair. 2. Grading is the process of straightening the dyed fibers by passing them through metal teeth. 3. Shearing is the process of removing the fur from the sheep. 4. The Merino breed of sheep provides the finest wool. Production of silk. Silk is an animal fiber obtained from silkworms. A thread-like filament is spun by silkworm around its body called cocoon. Silk is soft and lustrous and does not conduct heat, thus keeps us warm in winters. The silk-producing moth is called Bombyx mori. Silk does not conduct heat, thus, it a good insulator and keeps us warm in winter and cool in summers. Life cycle of silk moth. The silkworm is the larva or caterpillar of the domesticated silk moth, Bombyx mori. It is an economically important insect. Silk moth, a primary producer of silk. A silkworm eats mulberry leaves. It is entirely dependent on humans for its reproduction and no longer sustained naturally in the wild. The female silk moth, which is shorter and stouter than the male, lays 300 to 400 eggs at a time on leaves. After about 20 days, the eggs hatch and larvae of silkworms. The silkworm feed on a lot of mulberry leaves and develop glands that produce silk. The silkworms secrete fine threads from their glands, which are made of protein that harden on exposure to air. The filaments are deposited in layers forming cocoon from which we obtain silk fiber. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm transforms itself into pupa. The silkworm continues to develop inside the cocoon into an adult. The rearing of silkworms for the production of silk is called sericulture. It involves the following steps. 1. First, the silkworm eggs are washed and kept in conditions which enable them to hatch. 2. The larvae are spread on trays to grow and fed on chopped mulberry leaves for about a month. Twigs are placed on the trays that help worms to spin cocoons. These cocoons are then delivered to the factory where silk is unwound from the cocoons. 3. The cocoons are then sorted according to the color, size and shape. Cocoons may be of white, yellow or gray in color. 4. The selected cocoons are then first boiled in hot water to kill inside larvae. The cocoons are placed in hot and cold water alternatively to loosen the filament. If larvae are not killed, then they are allowed to grow, which break the cocoon, thereby reducing the length of the fiber. 5. The filaments are taken out from the cocoon by the process called reeling. 6. The filaments of several cocoons are twisted together to make a strong threads. These threads are wound on a reel. 7. The silk threads are then dyed and woven into silk fabric. There are mainly 3 grades of silk obtained from a cocoon: reeled silk, spun silk and nail silk. Reeled silk. These are the unwound finest quality of silk. It is pure white. Spun silk. It is relatively low quality of silk that remains after the reeling process. Spun silk left after reeling is combed for further use. It is light honey colored. Nail silk. After carding and combing, the short fibers are left behind. It is inferior quality of silk which is rough and touch. Taza silk, Muga silk and Kosa silk are different variety of silk. Activity 2. To identify different fabrics by burning them. Note: this activity should be demonstrated by teacher so that students can identify fabrics by the smell which they produce on burning. Take a small piece of cotton, nylon, silk and wool. Bring each piece near the flame of a burner by holding it with a pair of longs. Carefully observe what happens. Fabric. Burning. Smell. Cotton. Burns steadily producing light and smoke. Burning paper. Nylon. Melts and shrinks. Burning plastic. Silk. Burns slowly. Burning hair. Wool. Burns slowly. Burning hair. Health problems in wool and silk industries. Some health hazards of woolen and silk industry are discussed below. Anthrax or Shorter's diseases. In the wool industry, the workers who sort wool often suffer from a fatal blood disease which is caused by infection of anthrax bacteria. Blisters. Workers in the silk industry have to dip their bare hands into hot water to judge by touching whether the fine threads of silk have loosened enough to be wound. This often causes blisters and open wounds on their hands. Vision problem. The reeling of silk thread requires workers to stand for 10 to 16 hours in a day, resulting in backaches, spine problems and problems related to vision. Asthma. Workers exposed to continuous vapors from the boiling cocoons and diesel fumes from machines suffer from respiratory diseases like asthma and bronchitis. Try these. Fill in the blanks. 1. Inside the cocoon, the silkworm transforms itself into a 2. Rearing of silkworms for silk production is called. 3. The larvae of silk moths feed on leaves. 4. Workers who sort wool in the wool industry suffer from disease. 5. Silk is white in color and is the finest quality of silk. Quick recap. Wool is an animal fiber obtained from the hair of sheep, camel, goat and rabbit. The production of wool involves shearing, scouring, braiding and dyeing. Silk is obtained from the cocoons of silkworms. There are several health hazards associated with wool and silk production. Fibers used to make cloth may be natural or synthetic. Wool and silk are fabrics made from animal fibers, which are natural fibers.